You know what the trend is that I like? Doing this warm-up problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're up to 6 minutes wasted right now. Yes.
So if it's x equals 0.
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Sorry.
I should have been doing this while you guys were jiggering, but I didn't. I blame myself. Okay, so what do we got for a domain?
All real numbers.
Which means I got a vertical asymptote at x equals 0. So that is our old friend, the y-axis. Okay. Then what's step number 2?
You got the horizontal.
I find the hop. Okay. Degree of the top, 1. Degree of the bottom, 1. Those are the same, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then I look at lead coefficients.
Yes.
Lead coefficient on top, 2. Bottom. So that gives me a horizontal asymptote of
Y equals 2.
y equals 2.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, is that as far as you got?
Pretty
No,
much.
that's my y-intercept and x-intercept. How about you?
Ooh.
Started that.
Oh, so we're on the same page, huh?
You have your y-intercept?
I have your y-intercept. You show some
What do you got for y-intercepts?
Yeah, Roz.
Anybody?
Roz, do you have your y-intercept, Roz?
Why can't there be one, Luca? Because our vertical asymptote is on the x, or excuse me, on the y-axis,
Yeah, Roz.
so we can't have a y-intercept. N-O-N-E. Noon.
None.
Okay? X-intercept.
1/2.
1/2, because we would say 2x minus 1 equals 0. So 2x would equal 1. So x would equal 1/2. So that would give me, what did we decide? Zint? 1/2 is right there.
So at this point, we're going to plug that below t-chart.
Right?
Yeah, Roz.
Elliot, I don't want to hear it from you.
So let's go with 1. If I put 1 into my function, 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. Goes through right there. Then let's go with 10. 2 times 10 is 20, minus 1 is 19. All over 10 is 1.9. Shabam. There we go. And comes through. Curves down. Good times. Then we got over here. So I'll go with negative 1. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Minus 1 is negative 3. Divided by negative 1 is positive. Then I would go 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Minus 1 is negative 5. Divided by negative 2 is 5.5, which is 2.5. There.
Whoa, why did you cross that negative 2?
Because that's what x is. If I put in negative 2 for x on the top, I got to put in negative 2 for x on the bottom.
Right.
Come on, man. You're better than that. Negative 10 is negative 20 minus 1 is negative 21 over negative 10, which is 2.1. Show. Yep. Now, horrible person.
Horrible.
So drop it like it's hot. Then it says we got to state asymptotal and end behaviors. So we'll start over here. That would say as x approaches negative infinity, my function is going to 2 from above. Love it. Then we can go over here. As x is approaching positive infinity, my function is approaching bottom. we can go here. We can say as x is approaching 0 from the left, my function is going positive 2. And as x is approaching 0 from the right, my function is going negative. What?
Oh, is there, because we're gonna have to.
Vertical axis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah. Vertical, horizontal. Oh, not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Got cheat sheets out? Sorry, Billy. Supplemental note sheets out. You guys out, Bill? I'm just making sure because guess what we're gonna do now?
We're out of steps.
We're gonna add some steps, man. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So the next step is just let's just talk some logic here for a second. Okay? So like let's say, what if we had 6/8? 6/8 is a fraction. Yeah? Do I like that fraction though?
No.
Why not?
Just
How did you get 3/4?
simplify.
By how?
Dividing the top and the bottom both by 2.
By 2. Yeah, divide by 2. Yeah. Yeah, divide by 2. Horrible person.
Oh, that's funny.
Which leaves me with 3/4. Yeah? Another way to think about that is that 6 is 2 times 3. And 8 is 2 times 4. And then what we done did is we factored out, we crossed out those 2s. And we left it with 3/4. Right? Okay. Take it up to now. What if I have? What if I got that?
You
Take
get
out.
rid of the thing on the top and the bottom.
Get rid of the what and the what?
The x plus
The x plus 6s can go away, right?
So that's
Yeah. So then this goes away, because it cancels out with that, right? So then what are we left with?
0.
No.
X minus
1 over x minus
1 over x minus 1.
Where's the 1 coming from?
Because what's, so, like if you go with the divide route, right?
What was, yeah, x plus
With me? So x plus 6 divided by x plus 6 is 1.
Right.
Yes. Gotta be something, we gotta have a fraction left out there.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? We gotta have something left in each spot. Okay, let's kick it up even more notches.
No, I like this notch over there.
X squared plus 3x minus 10 all over x squared minus 5.
Take out x squared.
Can we?
Yeah.
Just whack them off?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because it's bad math.
there's no such thing.
It's bad math?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad math. Bad math. So what do we do?
Get square roots. Factor.
Factor. Yeah. What does the top factor to be?
X plus minus 5.
Top?
Oh, no, my bad. 2
Oh, this
What does the bottom factor to be?
That's what I'm saying.
You said it for the top though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what do we do?
factor
Now
out
we
x
can
plus
factor out an
one.
x plus 5. Yep. Now we can factor it out, and then that leaves us with x minus 2 over x minus 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we call good.
That's good math. Yep. This method here, if I had 3x minus 5, one of the classes today was telling me that what did I say? And then just x. They were telling me that this was equal to 8. So it was plus 5.
Why would
Because they just whacked off the x's. And then 3 plus 5 is 8.
Let's read it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bad maths. Okay. So, when we get to rational functions, now, step 0.
No way.
Way.
Not true.
Way. Step 0 says, finally. Step 0 says we need to simplify our fraction. We got to factor the top, and we got to factor the bottom. And if there is the same term on both top and bottom, we cross it out. Now, with step 0 comes one condition and one new rule. But I'll wait for you guys to get it copied down before I do both. All right, so that's step 0. Now, my question to you is, what is step number 1?
Find the domain.
Find the domain. Okay, so here is the one condition with step number 0. And that condition is that in order to find the domain in step number 1, you need to use the original denominator. What I mean by that is the unfactored. So even before step 0, step -1, if you will, you got to find the domain. Okay, so we find that right away. But it's helpful if you factor first, because then it's already factored for you and it's easy to find the domain. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of like I don't know which one to put first every year. Every year I go back and forth. I hem and I haw as to which one to go first. It's open. It's open. It was open. So we're going to use the original denominator for our domain. After that, we're going to use the new function, because you're going to have a factored out function and things are going to be crossed out, so it's going to be a brand new function. We're going to use the new function for everything else. So I'm sorry. So 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Oh.
It's like 4 or 5.
Mine, I had to write super small.
That's okay. Because you know what you can do?
Use my
Rewrite it.
No thanks.
You know why? Because then once you have all the steps in, and you can rewrite it and simplify it.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Rewrote it once.
Rewrote it once. Okay. All right.
Rewrote.
So now that we factored something out, because we factored something out, now we're going to have step number 5. And step number 5 is going to happen if we cross something out in step number 0. Okay? Step 5 only happens if we cross something out in step 0. So step 5 says that if something is factored out, what we need to do is we need to set it equal to 0 and solve it. What that's going to give us is the, whoa, that jumped on me. what that's going to give us is the x part of our whole. Which is also the missing vertical asymptote. Okay? So if you factor something out, that's going to be a missing vertical asymptote. You'll see that here in a minute. When we plug that value into the new function, we get the y part of the whole. Your whole is a point. And it is literally a circle on your graph that is a black hole, if you will. So you're going to put a circle on your graph, and that hole can't be crossed, can't be filled in, can't be gone, or you can't go around it. You literally have to go up to it, pick up your pencil, put it back down on the other side, and then continue on.
One guy the other day was really excited about
Mm-hmm. He wasn't really excited this morning.
He was.
Yeah, finally. Had a good time.
How would you be excited so fast? Sorry, that was rude.
No offense. None taken. Now, my question to you is, can there be more than one? Yes. Yep. However many things you factor out in step 0, how many more? Every time you factor something out,
Oh, so like in the example, the whole would be like, in x minus 5.
so that would be at x equals 5, there would be a whole. Okay, let's try one with a whole. Okay. So here is our function. Conjunction, junction, what is your function?
It's more like the Kool-Aid man, but.
Pretty close.
Have you factored? All right. So the first thing we got to do is we got to factor this, right? Top. Can the top be factored? No.
Bottom can.
What can the bottom be factored to be?
X minus 2 and x plus 2.
Love it.
Cross them out. Ciao.
Which one's crossed out?
Minus 3.
That's minus, just the minus 2?
No, x minus 2.
The x minus 2's cross each other out. Yep, those two cross each other out. So that leaves me with my new function.
1 over x plus 2.
Okay.
Hold on, somebody said that they didn't understand.
That wasn't me, but I also don't understand.
Okay, what don't you understand?
I'm saying that going and I understand where you got that from.
Okay,
I just feel like work it out.
okay. If you're okay with it, I'll keep going then. Okay. Right, so now, what's our domain? Plus or minus 2.
Wait,
Yep.
so you don't do the x plus 2 minus, or x squared minus 4 anymore? That equals 0?
That's what you do.
That's what he did.
You have to use
He
the
did,
original.
he went up
Oh.
here and he said x squared minus 4 equals 0. And since we already factored it, we can factor it to x minus 2, x plus 2. And then x minus 2 equals 0, so x has got to be 2. X plus 2 equals 0, so x has got to be negative 2. With me? Okay? Now, here's the kicker. What's my vertical asymptote?
You said you didn't use it only for domain, so what did it just? Actually,
Isn't it
negative
plus 2 and
Negative
minus 2?
Hold on. I've heard 2, I've heard negative 2, and I put x equals 2 and x equals negative.
Well, no, it's just that you use it for just domain.
So we use the original function for what?
Just domain.
Just the domain. After that,
So it's just plus
we use
2.
the new function.
So it's just 2. Negative.
So it's what?
Positive.
It's what?
Positive.
Negative
X
2.
equals negative 2.
X equals negative 2. That's our first class.
Okay, but I don't understand.
Because now we're just using that function.
Yeah, so why is it not plus?
Because x plus
Because
2,
x plus 2 has to equal 0.
X
Oh,
equals
so, okay.
negative.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that vertical asymptote is at negative 2. Okay, horizontal asymptote.
Horizontal. You got small or big?
Oh, yeah.
Degree on the top is what, Bugsy?
1.
Degree on the top is what, Bugsy?
1.
Degree on the top is what, John?
0.
0. Degree on the bottom is
1.
1. 0 over 1 is small over big.
Big, which equals
Y equals 0.
Yeah. Y equals 0, guys.
Y equals 0. I don't know why you didn't say that right off the start.
I would just let her.
Gotcha.
Oh, it is Y equals 0.
Hi, Ross.
Hi, Raj.
She didn't say by me.
Haters gonna hate.
I didn't hate it at all.
Okay? Yes.
That's not true.
I think you're gonna cry now.
Y-intercept.
That's a good question.
I know, that's why I asked it.
The y-intercept
Oh,
no, wait, no, I lied.
I was gonna say, I hope you were lying.
There can't be. There's not.
Y-intercept.
There's not one. Because 0 cannot equal 2.
It's 1.
Y-intercept.
1.
Read your supplemental note sheets to figure out how to do it.
You said
Oh,
again,
Stop. Hey, stop guessing. You have all of the information in front of you on a sheet. You should not be guessing at all.
You said
There
X.
literally cannot be a
1
thing.
half, right?
There's not one.
Y equals 0. So it's 1 over 0, which is 1, right?
No. If you plug in 0,
Oh, it's 1/2.
That's a number.
0, comma 1/2.
0 comma 1/2.
I wasn't looking at the right.
I was right. So
John, plug in 0 for X.
I was looking at the wrong one.
You're looking at step 4, not step 3.
Oh.
Okay? Alright? Okay?
I got it.
I was thinking
Sorry.
y.
X-intercept. Jenna, why is there not one?
Because 1 is not equal to 0.
Bingo, because we set the numerator equal to 0. Okay? Now, that's what we've been doing last week and this week. Yes? Okay? Right? Now, this is new. Okay? We factored out, way back up here, we factored out x minus 2. So step 5 says that I have to set x minus 2, whoops, step break, I gotta get the right color. Step 5 says I've got to set x minus 2 equal to 0. And that gives me 2. Yes? So the whole is at 2 comma something. Okay? I plugged the 2 into my new function. So at 2 comma 1/4. Oops, have to breaks. I put the y-intercept on the wrong side. Me too. 2 comma 1/4. I literally put a circle there. Better wake up. Otherwise, markers are gonna start come flying past your head.
Please.
Okay?
That's right.
Alright?
I got a bunch over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give
Okay.
everybody a
Because Jazz is getting ready to leave, so she can't throw any elbows to wake you up like
I'm
yesterday.
ready.
Okay. Alright? So this side of the equation, or this side of the graph, I get to the circle,
Pick up your
I
pencil.
pick up my pencil, and I go back to the other side.
Whoa. Right.
-3 would be 1 over -1. -1. -10 would be 1 over -8. And there's the graph. Do not fill in your hole.
So to find the hole,
Whatever you factored out, set it equal to 0.
and then
Put that number in your new function.
Oh, that almost made.
Do another one, do another one.
That was almost.
yeah, you take that mark.
Okay?
The one that almost made.
Let's do this one.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That was
Wait.
That'd be great.
We have plenty of time.
I just need more.
Where do we start?
Oh.
Factor. Factor what?
Simplify that.
2 squared plus 5x minus 6.
Okay, so we're factor, can't factor the top. So we can factor the bottom. Key numbers I multiply together to be -6 and add together to be +5. About +6
Oh yeah, you're
and -1. 2 and 3 would work. It was +6. Anything factor up? What? That gives me my new function. One over x minus 1. Domain. Everybody see that? Because that's the factor form. X plus 6. So that gives me x equals -6. X minus 1 gives me x equals 1. Okay? Vertical asymptotes. It was kind of aggressive. Horizontal asymptote. Whoa. Y-intercept.
0.
X-intercept. None. Pause for the cause. Everybody good so far? To object to a wedding?
Just like, like,
Like at your sibling's
Like just
wedding.
as a
and if they ask why, just don't elaborate
Yep.
at all.
Yeah, and I just like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So step 5 then, did we factor anything out?
Yes.
Yes, we factor out x plus 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means I say x plus 6 equals 0. So x equals negative 6. Then I need to find f of negative 6. So that's going to be 1 over negative 6 minus 1, which is 1 over negative 7. So the whole is going to be at negative 6, comma, negative 1, 7. 2, 4, and 6. Put it right there. Do I have enough points in my left zone? Yeah, I would think so. You got 2, right? Pick up. Just gotta find some teacher action on the other side then. 2. 1 over 1. 10. 1 over 9. Questions, comments, concerns, more explanation. Go for it.
I think
I did first.
Great. Does something have to happen every single time?
See? I was on that drip a little bit. So you threw a trick.
Nothing factors out, right? Nothing factors out. Okay. So then what's my domain?
All root numbers except for negative and positive.
What's my vertical asymptote?
Negative and positive. X equals 2 or and x equals negative.
I like that better. What's my horizontal asymptote?
They'd be the same, so he just or y equals
Y equals 2. Okay, so then we got x equals negative 2, x equals positive 2, y equals 2.
oh no, it's
Yeah? I've seen it before too. Y intercept. Plug in 0, right? 0 minus 9. Negative 9. times 2, negative 18. Negative 18 over negative 4. Negative divided by negative is up. Both of them are even, right? So 9/2. How much is 9/2? 4.5, right? Yeah. Love it. X-intercept. Nope. X-intercept, Bugsy. We need to find them. They're not at the back of your eyelids. Okay. What you got?
How do you do that? Solve.
Do it. Don't fall asleep. Do it.
How do you do that?
How did we do it before? 2 can equal 0. X plus 3 equals 0 is x equals negative 3. So you got negative 3 comma 0. And x plus 3, or excuse me, x minus 3 equals 0. So you get 3 and negative 3. Is you set the numerator equal to 0. Right? Luckily, you already factored it in step 0, so you just got to set the factors equal to 0. Maybe if you were awake. Oh, here we go.
I'm fighting these.
Yeah, you're fighting something. Yeah, you're fighting some demons, all right. Do we have a hole?
We have 2.
Is there a hole in this graph? No, we didn't factor anything out, so there's no hole. Okay? Now, logic question. Do I have enough points graph to draw my graph?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep. Ready for it? Yes? Yes? What about the middle? What are my choices for the middle?
Can I go up?
We could just go it, right? Or we can both go up, or we can both go down, right? Okay? Why?
Because we only have 2 x-intercepts.
We only have 2 x-intercepts, so it can't go down. Can't, because if it goes down, it's got to cross the x-axis.
Okay.
And we only have 2 x-intercepts, and they're not in the middle. So it's got to go up. Yep. You're at the point now where you can use logic and your mathematical knowledge, and you don't have to do a teacher. Yep. You're there. If you're awake. You know? Okay? So you should be able to finish off that worksheet now. We'll still work on it tomorrow. You should be able to finish off that worksheet.
Take mine.